What the fuck is this? The fuck kind of bait banner is this shit? Now this looks more like it. Hey, bait banners are good civilization. That means that I don't have to dump another $200 for the next 2 weeks. Or 1 week, however long it's gonna go for. Thanks, JJ, I'm gonna need it. Hey, what's up, Divine? How's it going, dude? How's life? Could be better. But I'm hanging in there. You hate Valentine's. It's a shitty event. I mean, I like it. But I can see why you don't like it. Because it's basically singles awareness week. Like, weeks. So maybe you hate it because you don't have your waifus. But hey, I'm not trying to point fingers. Don't forget the monthly Mana Prism tickets. That's right. Thanks for reminding me. I believe they should be available now. Yep, here they are. May as well buy out the entire shop while I'm at it, cause I'm not gonna need all these Mana Prisms. Hey, that's how you clear out the Mana Prism shop in 3 seconds. Back to the bait banner we go. Bait! Unless you want a Tesla. Then in which case that's fine, I guess. Yeah. Tesla's the only one on there who's story locked. So if you wanted more copies of Tesla, then I guess there's that. Hey, what's up, Direwolf? Hey, shop is a lie, it's always out of stock. Yeah, agreed. But I assume you've come here to enjoy me fucking suffer. Farmville's gonna get a kick out of this shit. I guarantee you. You could be spooked by Orion? Well, yeah, obviously. She's in the Scotches, so. Not denying the random shit that happens. Suffer with me. Wouldn't say enjoy, but sure. I'm sure somebody will. Someone out there feeds on the salt of FGO streamers. Because to them, salt is good civilization. Well, in any case, I don't really want to wait around for people to shuffle in, because there's always the VOD, and it's already... I wouldn't say it's late at night, especially not for someone like me who's a late night owl, but I'm sure it's late for a lot of you people, so we're not gonna stall for time or for viewers like I usually do on any other day. So let's get right into it. No like ritual bullshit. Just go. Shitty codecast. Will tickets get me something actually fucking good this time? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Isn't Fighters out already? Already, huh? Is it another steno? Oh, hey, it's Jack. Well, that was painless. Hey, my faith in tickets has been restored again. Wonderful. Hey, that's 0.7% on the second ticket. Hey, I'll take it. Hey. And now I just triggered my entire stream. Alright, boys, stream's over. Got Jack on second ticket. I'm out. Thanks. Have a good night, boys. Got Jack. We out. We out. We out, boys. Jack finally collected those Christmas dollars. Oh yeah, she's rolling in the bucks, dude. She's rolling in the bucks. I expect my, a return on investment, please, Jack? Where are you hiding those dollars? Where are you hiding them? Congratulations, you're a mother. Yes, thank you. Now apparently I am now a mother. Unfortunately, I don't have... I mean, I do have a couple of, I do have these XP cards now. But I did say I was gonna go for NP2 Bride, so I'll blow through the rest of this quartz, I guess, until I get, NP2 Bride, because that's what my stream title says, and I don't wanna, lie to you. So, whatever. We'll just keep going because we can. Can't have many hiding spots considering what she wears. Yeah. I'll probably roll until, like, I don't know, around like 120 quartz. I don't know. I'll see. I don't want to have to blow all my quartz because I want to save some for Kata no Kyokai, but I'll see once I start hitting the bottom of the barrel. Was here for salt and not EX luck, baby rage. Sorry, Eraser. I know I've disappointed you today. Come back for Kata no Kyokai and maybe I'll deliver the salt. You'd save for Meb? I mean, I'm gonna roll for Meb anyway, so... I expected a river of salt from you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I really am. I'm very sorry. I apologize in advance. So no salt? Well, not today. Or not tonight. Apparently not tonight. To be honest, I love how Toho normally doesn't react to 5 stars, but this one got him. I mean, you have to consider the fact that Jack has been evading me for the past 2 months since the start of Christmas. So, yeah. Pretty glad about that. Because now, who is it? Razor can't give me shit for not having Jack anymore. And I think my real-life friend, the guy I keep mentioning, who introduced me to this game in the first place, my real-life friend, he can't give me shit anymore either, and I can rub it in his face how I got her on my second ticket. So feels pretty good, man. Feels pretty good. Now I'm not sure if I can say the same about the next 200 quartz that I'm gonna roll, but you know, 2018 is when memes go to die. Isn't Uganda Knuckles already dead now too? Dead meme. Rip. I didn't like that meme much anyways. I know a lot of people love it. Memes are just like fads. They come and go. Just like fidget spinners. Back to 0 lures again. Spent all your lures, J9. Hope they were worth it, man. Alright, start doing multis, I guess. Isn't Jack one of the better 5 stars? She's, I believe, the highest tier 5 star on over on the JP tier list, but you know, most people don't give a shit about tier lists. Which berserker is this? Oh, nice, it's Fran. I could actually use her because I only have her MP2, so MP3 it is. Thanks, Fran. I welcome you with open arms. It's not EX luck if I spent hundreds and had to wait months before getting her. That said, congrats. Yeah. It just depends on your perspective, right? if you take into consideration the fact that I spent a total of, you know, let's say upwards of $1,000 to try to get her, if you take that into account, then yeah, it doesn't seem like EX luck anymore. But individually, like if you were to only take a look at what I got today, then you know it might seem like very good luck. Ooh, NP4 Mary. Both of the SRs I got are actually useful. They're not rare mana prisms, so I'm actually very happy with this. Is Fran worth using? Yes, Fran is very much so worth using because her third skill, Overload, if you max level it, it gives her a 30% increase in NP damage, and that's huge. No, I don't think any other like other berserkers like I believe, what was it? Forgetting his name. Beowulf. Beowulf and Kintoki can self-buff their attack by the same amount, but Kintoki is a 5-star, and you may or may not have Beowulf, so you know. So yeah. Yeah, and it's what like J9 said, Fran has the most damaging base NP damage, redundant, in the game. Like she's better than Lancelot, and that's saying a lot. So her Overload skill, if you level it very, very highly, then she does insane damage. Especially if you Grail her. I have someone on my friends list who has almost a max Grailed Fran with like level 10 Overload, and she can solo the third wave of Clerkenwell almost by herself. It's insane. So Fran is just a damage pump. So I know that some people might give her a hard time because people like Soberoni say that she has all these debuffs and not really much else going for her in return. But if you really need to farm a node that's very hard for you to farm, or like originally, try to find someone on your friends list who has a very strong Fran and a high level Overload, and she'll make that easy. Hopefully, but you have to pray that she has Limit Broken Case go first. That's the thing. That's just the thing. But if you make the right conditions for her, she can just sweep everything. So that's pretty cool. Where are the others? Right, here's Fran. There you go. Hey, Lord Dree, how's it going, dude? The ultimate fuck you wave clear. Yeah, when Lancelot just can't cut it anymore. Zombie waifu is there to cover you. She's got your back. I believe oh no, that's the wrong one. Rip. Wrong one. Where's Ann and Mary? There she is. Ah, they're now NP5. Cool. Now all future Marys are free rare mana prisms. Cool. Make a how to use 3 stars, please. I don't know. I'll think about it. Not sure. All right. Oh, almost rolled on the bait banner. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I got an NP2 Tesla, because NP1 Tesla is, I don't know. Maybe if his gut skill was a guaranteed NP strength buff, but that's just not the case. Is my coup 10-10-10? Yes. He is absolutely 10-10-10. Absolutely. Watching people's rolls helps your addiction. Not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I mean, if people like me prevent you from rolling as well because you just get the satisfaction of watching other people roll, then that's fine by me, dude. That's fine. Whatever you need to do. Because if that's a real problem, then obviously you gotta find a way to cope with it, right? And if coping with it means that you just need to watch other people stream it, then I think that's a pretty, you know, it's not so bad. At the end of the day, I'm just here to entertain. But I guess for tonight, I just triggered everyone anyway. Sorry. I know you guys expected otherwise of me. Finally, Eric will get his strengthening quest. What is his third skill again? Let me check. What is his third skill? Eric, Blood Axe. What is his third skill? Removes debuffs and increases max HP for 3 turns. Cool, I guess. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. Considering he doesn't have a lot of HP to begin with. What did you miss? You missed me getting Jack finally on my second ticket ever. A day I don't trigger anyone is rare? Oh, so you mean I just trigger anyone regardless of whether or not I get salt? Huh. That's a second strength? Oh, is this the first? Is the first one just MP strengthened? No, that's not right, because he doesn't have an interlude that buffs his NP. Not that he really needs it buffed anyway. His overcharge effect literally buffs his NP by itself. That's pretty huge. Which is one of the reasons why he's such a good wave player, even though he's only a 2-star. In any case, that was a bare minimum roll, so got fucked that time. Why does my Herc not have Super Scope Re? He actually does. He's got my strongest K-Scope, I think. But keep in mind, Jaina, I don't have a Super Scope. I don't have a level 9 of 100. I'm working on it. The strongest one I have is level 66. So, I've just been the reason why I don't have one is because I concentrated on making a, what is it? A super formal craft. Or a level 100 formal craft. That's what I worked on first. Was that necessarily the best decision? Probably not, but now I'm starting to, now I'm gonna get working on my 3K scopes. Direwolf just says, weak! You are banished from the kingdom. Part of NA Farmville, and you don't have Super Scope? Get out! Get out! Is it 100? My Formalcraft is. My Limit Broken Formalcraft. One of them anyway. But, my K-Scopes? No, not yet. But, rest assured, I'm working on them now. What C do I run on, Ku? I usually run Limit Broken Halloween Princess, because he starts with 50% MP charge and his MP gets buffed by 20%, so it's one of the better ones on him, I think. Super FC, I know what's up. Thanks, JJ. Thanks. How much quartz has been sacrificed? Savior, you missed me pulling Jack on my second ticket. So, technically I'm just wasting all my quartz right now. But, I don't really care at this point. I got what I was looking for. UC Formalcraft is a glorified CE bomb, is that bad? I mean, I have like 2 or 3 Limit Broken Formalcrafts now, so at this point to me I'm in the same boat basically, so I don't blame you. What am I trying to pull now at NP2 Nero Bride? That's what I'm after, if Nero Bride will be so kind. Just end the despair and start skipping rolls. Skipping rolls is bad civilization. Multiple people have done it. Including myself, and I've never gotten anything good off skipping. The one time that I've gotten anything good off skipping was when I pulled Tammo for the first time. But I wasn't streaming that, so... Just join and all you're seeing is a reflection of your own attempts at Bride and Jack trigger. Oh dear. Next Wales log will be with all servants? Yes. Yes, thank God. Thank God. JJ9 is just like, end the suffering! End me! End me, right? Am I rolling for Ku Altar? Of course, it's a 5-star. Which 5-star do I not roll for, is a better question. Did I see Ziss pull Tomo and Drake? When was this? Like, just recently? Or, like, last week? When he, on his first stream, pulling for, Nero Bride. Because I did kind of, like, quickly browse through his live stream VOD, but I didn't really, I only went to the end where, just to check if he actually got Bride, and I believe he did, if I remember correctly. Oh, shit! My fourth rainbow, what the fuck? Watch this not be Nero Bride. Hey, it's Jack! It's Jack! I'm actually not even triggered by this! I'm not even triggered! Not even mad! Thanks! Hey, thanks, Jack! It only took you 2 months to show up twice! Hey! Didn't get NP2 Jack, or, sorry, Bride, but hey, Jack's fine. Take that shit any day of the week. Hey! Fourth rainbow roll. Oh, and, Dyer in J9, if you see Draz in, Farmville, give him more shit for saying that Rainbow Flash can give you, 4 stars. Because I was a Rainbow Flash and it was Jack, so fuck that guy. And tell Zio about it too, so Zio can give Draz even more shit. Rainbow Flashes give 4 stars. My ass. Probably wants to just trigger everyone, to be honest with you. We ran him out of Farmville. Well, I mean, after saying that Rainbow Flashes, can give you 4 stars, I'm just like, yeah, okay, buddy. Okay. Now that I've said that, I probably jinxed myself and like, oh damn, my next Rainbow Flash is gonna be a 4-star now. Oh shit. And Draz is gonna come back to haunt us all. Lol. Oh wait, I can just do this. Forgot you can do that. Someone give me luck for a 5-star. I guess keep watching the stream, I guess. What is this? Oh, it's the stuff that I bought off the shop. Short-term memory loss. Oof. No, well, I guess I'll keep pulling more, see if something better comes up my luck, I guess. Rainbow is a guaranteed 5-star. There are people who claim that they can still give you 4 stars. I mean, like, being real here, I'm not in a position to doubt them, because even as much as I've wailed on this game, there are people who have wailed more. So I'm not gonna sit here claiming that, you know, I know everything about wailing in this game. But just from personal experience, that was like my 4th Rainbow Flash ever. Like 4th or 5th, it's one of those two, I forget exactly. But, every time I've gotten a Rainbow Flash, it's always been a 5-star. So, like, and given how dramatic that effect is, you guys saw that, that flash, right? You guys saw it. Is this another, Chevalier de Aeon? Nope! Hey, let's go, boys! This is, hey, this is shaping up pretty well. This is shaping up pretty well. Oh, I'm just having so much fun triggering chat today. Oh, this is fun. This is fun as fuck. Oh, I'm having way too much fun. My slow ascension into sadism. Just stream and watch him get EX luck 3 times in a row. And then I just trigger everyone in chat. Where am I stealing all this luck from? I don't know. I really don't. You're not trigger, you're having a ball. I mean, that's fine too. That's fine too. This guy. say umu, instead of only saying umu, I'll pronounce it in the Japanese way because I know everyone and their mother who's a weeaboo says it umu. I believe it goes umu. No, that's a horrible rendition, but you know, I tried. Don't judge me. It's not a mom. It's not a phase. It's not a phase, Mom! It's not a phase! Oh, actually, Dyer, now that you guys are here, Dyer, J9, and JJ, now that I've gotten NP2 Bride, I got what I came for, and even better too, because I got 2 Jacks and 2 NP and my second Bride, so I don't really give a damn. So, what are my skills? What are my oh, her skills, they're at 999. I want to give her lures, but I ran out, so. Okay, so, since I've gotten NP2 Bride, which is all I've ever wanted, and even better, so that there's that. So, let me explain the context here. I lurk in this Discord channel called NA Farmville. It's part of the Reddit, Discord. If you go to the Reddit Fate Grand Order subreddit and you go to the side, the site will give you an invite to the Reddit Discord channel, and there's a channel there that's called NA Farmville. So I usually lurk that because it's just populated with whales just like me, bigger whales even. So I'm just a small whale in a pond, a swimming pool of bigger whales. That being said, though, there was, I believe, like last week, this was before Valentine's. Where we were like kind of farming for lanterns in preparations for both Bride and Void Chiku, who's gonna come up probably this month. Cross your fingers. So there apparently, when I wasn't there, because I just lurk there sometimes and I don't really pay attention to chat, there was this I guess de facto agreement, this like under the rug agreement of the people over at Farmville that whoever posted pictures of a double lantern drop needed to roll a multi on the story gacha, which is this one, which is widely regarded as like the worst gacha to roll on, because why the fuck would you roll on this? I mean, J9 got some good shit out of it, but that's just him. So me not knowing that because I wasn't there to see it, posted a picture of me getting a double lantern drop. And then I posted 2 more, and they were like, "Oh shit, Toe Sniper 98's gonna have to roll story banner." So I was like, "Okay, I'll do it, I guess, once I have like enough quartz for it." So I'm going to roll 4 because I said that I'd roll 4 over on Farmville. So I'll roll 4, which means that this will leave me with 30 quartz, and that's a good stop actually. So I'm gonna roll down to 30, and that'll leave me enough for whatever I want to you know, grind for until what is it? Until Kara no Kyokai event shows up, or whichever the next major event is. It might, you know. People are saying it might not be Kara no Kyokai because collaboration and licensing issues. Right? But hopefully it is. Anyways, that's the context. So let's waste our quartz. Wouldn't roll story again, have a bad experience. Yeah, you see my Dyer. You see my Media Lily, my wasting 600 quartz for Media Lily video. I don't think you've seen it. I mean, maybe you have. I'm not trying to assume here. Even if you're a whale, it's still quite a waste of quartz and story. Yeah, I really don't want to. I really don't want to roll on story gacha if I can help it. That being said, though, I think I can NP5 caster for you now. Your story rolls weren't wasted. Yeah, yours weren't. Yours definitely weren't. Got you fucking 2 K-scopes out of that shit. Got you 2 fucking K-scopes out of that. This is where you get K-scopes. I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, this is most likely gonna be just a giant waste of quartz. Like, for those of you guys watching right now, you should like not roll on story ever. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. Will I be posting more Dirty Bomb videos? I've got a few more, yes. I don't know when I'm gonna throw them up, but maybe. No K scopes with dirty event 5 stars ease on right up, you know? Most definitely not. Which is why a ton of people, I'm sure you're already aware of this because you're part of Farmville, but that's why a lot of people are looking forward to Dante's event, because there's no 5 stars on Raid Up. So that's one multi. So here's the next one. Hey, thanks, Miss Emu. I appreciate it. Thanks for your support, dude. Or, you know. K-scope is never on red. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I've already explained to other people that the K-scope on Dante's banner is not actually a K-scope. It's not actually Raid Up K-scope. It's only there because it's only there for bait. It's not actually on Raid Up. Fuck that shit. Aniplex trying to bait us. Not sure is worse, story banner rolls or bait rolls? Story rolls, because at least on the bait banner, it means that we have like a week or so of, you know, we don't have to waste our quartz, right? We don't have to blow another $300 every other week. Story rolls are bait rolls. You're not wrong. Well, no, they're not bait because they're not like the current Raid Up where they're releasing all the story, you know, story log servants. It's not like that because story gotcha is always there. How can a gotcha be bait when it's always active? Logic. Am I gonna roll in every banner this year? If it has a 5-star, yes. A 5-star that I don't have. So the current banner that just went live tonight, the one that has all the story locked servants in it, or going to, like right now I think Tesla's up on Raid Up. I'm not gonna roll on that because I already have Tesla. Although having NP2 Tesla would be nice, yes, but I don't really feel like deathly inclined to try to roll NP2. Unless somehow my EX luck continues for tonight and I get Tesla right now, which would mean Raid Up is definitely live because you don't have to roll on a bait banner for him. Kappa. Well, another ending, but I really don't need another one of those. All right, third story multi. Jack video when? Well, whenever people vote for it, I guess. Now that I have her. It's not bait. Story is just an infinite this pit of despair. Except for J9, because he got 2 K-scopes out of it. So. Except for him, apparently. Got your Tesla from Story Gotcha. Exactly! Exactly. Exactly. Which future banner am I looking forward to the most? That's a hard question. I actually don't know. The fuck? Why is Vessel of the Saint showing up right now? Didn't your event already pass? The fuck is that? Oh, I think I can limit break it now, which is nice because now I don't need to have 4 of them like taking up space. I didn't even know that was on. That was even in the gotcha. The fuck? Okay. What happened to combat arms? Well, it kind of died. Well, it's not dead, but I don't really have a desire to play it anymore. Vessel of the Stain was added to story. Oh, is that one? I mean, I guess that's good. Nah. Nah. Except for the art. No one gives a shit about Saint or Vessel or whatever you want to call it. Fuck that shit. That JP Jalter banner baited the Semiramis players. Bait! Bait everywhere! Bait! Bait everywhere! How much quartz should you save up for Jolter? As much as you can! If you care. I gotta... let's see. Craft essences. Alrighty. And this will be the final story roll. Alright, final story roll. Let's see what other shit I get. The catalyst for Jolter is not a whale's comment section. Sick burn. Why story? I spent like a couple of minutes explaining the context for story, so if you weren't here, I guess rewatch the VOD. It's kind of a convoluted story, so... Discord made him do it. I mean, I didn't have to. Because it's just a dumb promise anyway, but, you know. And I honestly, the smarter thing I should have done was save that 120 quartz for Wojcicki. But I'm just doing this just for the pure enjoyment of Farmville, so they can just laugh at me being an idiot. But that's okay, I guess. Just whale things, yeah, just chalk it up to just whale things. Appreciate your sacrifice. I've already sacrificed myself before. Go watch my spending 600 quartz for Media Lily on Story banner video. And you'll see why you should never roll story roll unless your name is J9. Hey, so that was a complete waste of 120 quartz. Hope you like that shit. Anyways, that'll be the end of the rolling stream. I'm actually just gonna keep streaming until I get my Jack level 90 because I have all the essential materials available for her to go straight to level 90. It's just that I don't have the XP cards, and right now I believe what is this? Assassin Daily is up right now. Oh, there's rank quest number 1. Which one is this? Oh, it's fucking Spartacus. Oh, okay. I guess I'll do that off stream. But I'm gonna still stay live for those of you guys who care. But I'm done rolling. I've got enough EX luck for today. So yeah, let's just start you know, rolling for this shit. I guess we'll use Winry's max grailed Fran. I guess. Where are my berserkers? Where's my berserker team? Is he actually? Is Spartacus actually the last AoE Zerker I have? I think he is. Huh. Alright. Raiko win. Alright, Spartacus sad. This is a fuck Spartacus. Oh god. Let me just clear up my inventory first, cause I know it's jam-packed with all these 3 stars. I believe I'll save the 2 Kasurgi because I think he's still NP4 for whatever reason. No useless 4 stars, surprisingly, which is hilarious. Have a lot of Kyuhime? Yeah, I have one that's level 70 and what is it? Level 70 and something. Level 70 and max MP? Yeah, MP5, so, you know, doesn't really matter to me. Alright, cool. Stormy Sea is the only place to farm lanterns. Yeah, other than Assassin Dailies. But if you want to farm for lanterns, wait until the Kara no Kyokai event, because almost basically every single mission quest in that event has a chance to drop you lanterns. I think. Dyer, if you're still here in chat, confirm or deny. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do that. Hero crystals, star, sun, and foes. Let's see, we'll just accept all this shit. Fuck it, why not? Where's Jackie Chan? She's down here, I guess. Jackie Chan. All right, let's start feeding you these silver XP cards that I don't need. Why am I not burning the silver XP? Because do you see this number at the top of your screen where it says 10,775? That's the reason why. So at this point, there's not really much of a reason for me to burn my silver XP cards because I can actually put them to use because I don't need any more mana prisms. If I ever needed more, then well, I can arrange for that. So I think I'm good. Why are there like random health foes that down there? What the fuck? How do you get unregistered spirit origins? So the way that works is that the game gives you those USOs, as we like to call them, because that's the acronym. Whenever you get more than 5 copies of a particular 5-star. How much is this gonna take? 39. That's fine. So the thing is how exactly works is that let's say you're a whale, not many of you are, but you know, let's just say that you are, and you roll enough to the point where you get 5 copies of the same SSR. So what happens then is that the next time you roll, and you roll a 6th copy of that same 5-star servant, the game will recognize. The game keeps track of all the servants that you ever summon. So it'll know when you summon like more than a 6th copy of a particular servant. In the case of 5 stars, once it knows that it's the game has given you a 6th copy, they'll automatically send you that USO to your inbox. You don't need to do anything other than just summon it. Summon a 6th copy. So as soon as you get the 6th copy, if you go to your inbox, a USO will be waiting there, and you can just claim it like immediately. And it's like an essential material. You just claim it, and it goes straight into your inventory, and you don't have to worry about it ever. You can still keep the 6th copy though. So if you really wanted to. There's no point, but if you really wanted to, you could actually just level that 6th copy too. Like, the game doesn't force you to do anything, it just leaves it in your inventory, and you can do whatever you want with it. But yeah, that's basically it. And once you get 10 of those, I'm trying to bait Super Sucks right now. It's not really working out, clearly. Why is Jack so short? Small lol. I think even Nursery Rhyme is taller than her on her screen. Now we have looted Jack. Much feels. Shame for display. What else was I gonna do again? Let's see. Should I feed Jack my my foes? That sounded very lewd. Haha. I'm going to jail. Should I give her foes? Who else needs foes? First of all. Orion technically does, because I just need 2 more attack foes and she's done. But I'll wait off on that. I'll probably get her like friends points. Shit, I don't know actually. Should I give it to Jack? I mean, I guess Jack is gonna be on my support anyway, so yeah, I'll give it to Jack. This is the police! No, officer! This is all just a misunderstanding! I swear! Yeah, I'll just give her the last one, fuck it. Oh, no, not that. RIP MHX! I mean, I love MHX, but, I mean, now that the superior assassin is here. Alright. So that's that. I don't have enough XP cards to fill up 20 slots, so... Farming time it is! Let's go back to, the good old farming. Yeah, there's Winries. I guess I don't really... Oh, wait, hold on. Where's my farming team? There they are. Now replace him with, like, Arjuna, I guess, because I'm working on their bond levels right now. Oh, no. Now replace this with, what, friends points, I guess? There it is. Double Fran setup? Let's rock. Sir, we have received a report that you stripped a little girl of your clothes on stream. Right? Get Jack's chocolate? Oh yeah, I will. Thanks for reminding me. I'll do that right after this, if I don't forget again. Rip. I don't think Fran needs her her overload skill for this. Don't think she does. Bruh, lend me some of those K-scopes. You need about 15. Did Fran just She says blasted tree, but because of the accent, it comes out as it comes out sounding like basically. So. Speaking of chocolate, who's your favorite chocolate scene so far? I actually don't know. I like all of them to a certain degree, honestly. Like, I don't really try to discriminate. That being said, Lancer Altars was hilarious, in my opinion. Cause he's just like, this event is stupid. Why? What's this deal about people running around giving chocolates to each other? And she's like, well, oh, by the way, this was stuck in between my tits, and she just pulls it out. Like, cool. Thanks, I guess. Lancer Altars was better than Salters. I mean, I like them both equally. Salter's just going full tsundere for that. Yes. Let's go to the shop. Where's the shop? Yay! I was prepared. Using our characteristics while we were alive. Wait, what kind of characteristics? We can eat this together. Oh wow. Alali and Gudako fucking eating a chocolate heart together. How romantic. God. How fucking romantic. Well, that's done. Now I can officially say I've cleared the entire shop. Oh, and I cleared out the whole shop, including the 1,000 mana prisms. Ayy. Why did I do that? For no reason at all, other than I can. Ayy. So that's cool. Hey, J9's here. Let's use his. That feel when you'll never eat a chocolate heart with the murder lolly. Yeah, it feels bad, man. You take chocolate from a child? I didn't take it from her. She gave it to me. Can't arrest me for that. Can't get on my case for that. You have no idea what this is, but you're interested. This is a mobile game called Fate Grand Order. It's bad civilization. You shouldn't get into it. Save yourself while you still have the chance. You're about 300 away from finishing off the shop. Thanks for the explanation. You'll thank me later. You're 300 away from finishing the mana prisms. Haven't gotten to pieces of monuments yet. I mean, honestly, you don't have to. I only got them because, you know, I can clear out shop. Do I have any 5-star servants? I mean, maybe? I have a few. Does that count? The salty reviews of the game are funny as fuck. I mean, yeah. Is it worth buying 2 or 3 even though you won't get all 5? If you know you're not gonna get all 5, I'm not too sure how, I don't know. Ask, yo, Dyer, is it worth, getting 2 or 3? Does a Mona Lisa ever come back? Like, even on a Rare Mana Prism shop? Does that ever come back? Part of me wants to say it doesn't. Because if you can't get all 5, it's like then, and if you know you can't get all 5, then, and by that point, personally, I would be like, well, by that point, what's the point? You can get it on Rare Mana Prism shop, okay. Comes back and it comes back cheaper, and then if in that case, then try to then if it comes back cheaper, then I would say just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about if it's gonna come back cheaper. But again, just make sure you do do a little bit of research on your own end, and make sure that it does come back if it ever does in the first place, and that it comes back cheaper. Because I myself am not too deep on the details. So am I canon right now? I guess so. Now that I have every single server in the game. It only got cheaper because it was super expensive. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. It used to be a lot more, and then they reduced it in price. And we already got it for the reduced cost. Yeah. So hey, whatever. But if you can only get like 2 or 3, then I don't know. Personally, unless you know you've got Rare Mana Prisms on backup, which if you're in a position where you can't get all 5 Mona Lisas to begin with anyway, it's kind of like, well, by that point, like, you know, you're probably not gonna have Rare Mana Prisms. Like, it's not an impossibility, but you know, what are the chances, right? So I don't know. You emptied the shop, but you still have no CEs drop. Rip. That's just bad luck. Cause I think I've gotten like 7 or 8 extra to drop. So feels bad, man. Feels bad. By Chaldea Canon, you're supposed to have You're supposed to have all the servants because the explanation that I read up on it was that after you clear each of the events or singularities, you summon them back through the gacha. Like canon-wise, you summon all of them back. So while it's not the same servant as you met in like the events or the singularities, you do summon a copy of them. So you're supposed to, from what I understand, you're supposed to have all servants as part of the canon timeline. So unfortunately, that only means that whales like me can participate in the canon routes. Good taste in Tomacat sprites. Yeah, I'm not too hot on the naked apron stuff. Like, I don't know. I know it's supposed to be a fetish, but personally, I'm not too hot over that. Man's not hot. Not too hot. I prefer her in her kimono. True ending is locked behind gacha. Yup. Pay to story. Pay to story. It ain't your fetish? Yeah, obviously it's not. I'm not too hot on the naked apron stuff. Confirmed gay? Just because I don't like a naked apron doesn't mean I'm gay. Triggered. Mom, they're not understanding my fetishes. No one understands me. Mom. Speaking of mom, when does Raikou come out? 6 months? 5 months? The last thing you hear before you die is someone being triggered. Triggered! Triggered people everywhere! They're everywhere! I can't escape them! Raikou's in July. Cool. I assume that's when she came out on JP though, which means that pull it up a month and she'll be here in June. Fun fact, if you search Google, in Google Nero Claudius, you only get the Umu picture. We did it, boys. We forced Google to recognize our weeaboo, influence. We did it, boys. We did it, boys. If your browse history didn't have FGO content, it wouldn't have it. Yeah, yeah. That's true. Who's my main waifu? I guess Tamamo at this point. I guess. Watch, I'll have the same luck with Jalter as I did with Jack today. One can only dream, right? The dream is alive. I guess, then she's not your waifu? I mean, to be fair, I did grail Media Lily first. That's why I'm saying I don't know. The problem with this game is that most of the female characters in this game I like to a good degree. Like there's not really a female character in this game that I like absolutely just despise. There's not really very many of those. I like most of them. Some of them, I do know that there are some that I'm just like not really hot at all for. Who's my husbando? I don't have one, but if I had to pick one, then it would be Vlad. Berserker Vlad. Considering I have all his skills maxed. So if I had to choose one, then maybe him. How hard am I gonna wail for a Astolfo? Not too much. All I need is some NP1. I'm not really about that trap. I'm not hot over traps. Sorry. I know a lot of people get their daily jerkin over Astolfo, but I'm not one of them. Sorry. Who's the Astolfo? You mean a rare mana person? Yeah, something like that. That and I mean, if I may continue the Astolfo meme train a little bit, I'm not real. Even ignoring the fact that he's a trap. I'm not, from what little I understand of him, because I haven't watched Fate Epoch, and I don't really know much of him outside of FGO. From what little that I know of his character, I'm just not really a fan of his design in general. Like, his personality is supposed to be one of, like, just what he does whatever the fuck he wants, and he doesn't give a shit. Which, under normal circumstances, I would be okay with. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, if you just do whatever the fuck you want, you just give no shits about who like, what other people think. That's fine. But he usually just goes around doing like, just random fucking stuff. Am I wrong about that? I guess does whatever he wants. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know about this. But I don't know. I'll have to watch Epoch, and maybe my opinion of him will change after that. You're not wrong, he went to the moon because he was bored once. Now that is something that I can get behind. That I can get behind. Going to the moon just because you feel like it? Yeah, sure. That's fine. That's okay. Assault was basically a bubbly fucking idiot. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't really like those archetypes. I just don't. Most of the time. I'm sure, like, there's exceptions to everything, I'm sure. But, I'm just not a fan. Like, the bubbly part, you know, that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with being cheerful. But the stupid part is, Now, if he were, you know, bubbly and smart and, like, reasonable and logical, then, you know, I would like him more, but if he's the stupid type, then, I'm okay. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. Speaking of Gucci. Alright. The game knows I wanna level my, my Jack, so it's giving me all Lancer cards. Game, why? Why you do this? He helped Roland get his sanity back? Is that so? Good on him! Let's see. What if I take out those two? Let's see. How much more? 3 more levels? Alright. That takes her up to 89. Let's try this. Trying to bait a super suck! But the super sucks ain't coming. How many silver XP cards do I have? Not many. So how many does it take again? 6? Okay. Let's try... this much. See if I can bait a super suck like this. Whatever. Alright, cool. Second Ascension. Let's see here. You only get super sucks when you don't need them? I mean, I've gotten useful super sucks before. It's happened. Let me see how many more XP cards I've got. I believe I have enough for one more 20. Let me see. Take out all the Berserker cards. Excuse me. Nope. Alright. Our grind continues. Grind continues. 75% of your super sucks are won when the final enhance. You know, I heard that over on JP, people got so triggered whenever they got a super or a great success on their leveling that the game specifically doesn't tell you that you got a super or a great suck when you're going to when you put in enough XP to max level your servant. It does straight up doesn't tell you anymore. So all it says now is like, oh, you've hit max level now. So it never tells you when if you've gotten a super suck or not. Which is hilarious, that people got triggered that much. Says it's reached max level. Yup. People got so triggered that they finally changed it. So enjoy your rage-inducing super sucks and great sucks. They're gonna patch that out soon. Because lol. So basically they're getting rid of super sucks only when you're about to max level a servant, so the game doesn't trigger you by telling you that, oh, you got a great suck and it was useless. So it just doesn't tell you anymore. But you can still get them if it's not going to max level, if you're not about to like max out your servant's you know, XP or whatever. Hurricane is farming Berserker. Lancelot is. The final suck. Oh god. Don't they also have weeks where we get higher chances for grand super successes? They're very rare, but we've gotten one before. It was a long time ago, though. From what I've heard, we got one right after Neurofest, or sometime before it. Like, I'm pretty sure it was after it, but it might have been before. But we've only got one event like that where Super and Great Sucks were on quote-unquote rate up. We should get another one though, right before, I believe, Fate Excel 0. I believe that's the next one that's scheduled to come up. So I guess if you're making like craft essence bombs, save up your bombs for that. Just tune in. Now you get best daughter. Yes, 2 of them in fact. It's been a good day, good night. It's been a good day for yeah, totally. And have a good night, Alex OJ. Thanks for being part of the EX luck train tonight. Am I happy with that? Yeah. I got it. I came in, got what I wanted, and then some. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with that. I'm not like insane where I want NP5 Bride. Like that's fine. I just want NP2 and that's good enough. Would I like NP5? Absolutely. Like I would like to go full Celestial Whale status and just NP5 everything, but in my current fiscal situation I can't do that. So I have to make do. I have to make compromises. That face when YouTube doesn't alert you to the stream, rip. I even set a reminder for, I even set a scheduled my live stream that I did tonight, that I'm doing right now. I even scheduled it like 6 hours ago, just so that people could see it and have like 6 hours to prepare, or whatever. I even did that shit, but I guess YouTube still fucked you over though. But you can watch the VOD again once I get offline. The whale with restraint. Yeah, I don't see much of those, right? The 6 hours of waiting. I think next time I'm just gonna put up the live stream like schedule the live stream like maybe only an hour or 2 ahead of time. Like 6 hours is kind of like what's even the point? That seems a little bit much. So I'll keep that in mind for the next time. YouTube has been trashed lately about the reminders. On one of my YouTube accounts, like I only have a couple, but yeah, a couple YouTube accounts, right? But on one of them that I have subscribed to my FGO YouTube channel. On that one, I noticed that the video that I put up, the one that featured Tomo, Nero, Bride, and Vlad, that one didn't show up in my other YouTube accounts inbox for the sub box for like a couple hours, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? So I guess YouTube's still fucking up. How much would I have to make to try NP5ing? I would probably have to switch careers. I would probably have to get a new job, which I don't want to do right now, admittedly. This is good enough. See you next stream. Alright, take care, Volrock. Take care. We'll be back, whenever the next event is gonna be, I guess. Am I interested in Shiro? I mean, he's a 5-star, so yeah, naturally. Am I interested in him as a character or a servant? No. As a servant, he looks like mediocre, and as a character and in regards to a design, I don't care. So it's like whatever. I'll just get him because he's a 5-star, and that's it. I'll just keep him at NP1 because, whatever. Plus, he's a ruler. A ruler AoE MP? Alright. Like, I can't even use him for farming. Unless it's like an entire Berserker team, but anyone else is good for that. So, well, whatever. You have to get him for the Semiramis Catalyst? Good point. Good point. But I mean, Semiramis comes out in 2 years, so I think Shiro comes back a few times on raid up in case he doesn't show up the first time around. He can't even kill hands. Nope. He's good for harder content? I mean, I guess. But from what I saw from his skill set, it doesn't seem that great. But I'll have to take a look at it again and see if he actually had anything going for him. He can after interlude. Okay. Okay. He needs his buffs. I suppose so. Ruler Martha all the way? Yeah, oh yeah, I'll take her over Shiro any day. If I had to pick between the two. At least she fights like a berserker. That shit's interesting, at least. You thought we finally got Emmy and JP? What does that mean? You mean fucking Muramasa? You mean him? No, they're probably just waiting, just baiting everyone in JP. Semiramis is gonna come out, so we're gonna bait everyone by putting out a rerun of Da Vinci. Lol. Think he means Shiramasa? Yeah, I figured too. I figured. Oh, you know they're gonna put him out. You know for a fact they're gonna put him out. It's just a question of when. It's a question of when. Most people are saying he's gonna come out for White Day. I mean, at this point, yeah, it kind of still seems it certainly seems that way, right? If they were saving Semiramis for Valentine's, then naturally, you know, it would make sense that the other super fucking hyped male servant is gonna come out for White Day. But it's either gonna be him or Achilles. So, you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But watch Muramasa be bait for someone like Solomon. I mean, I'm not doubting that they can pull a fast one and be like, oh, by the way, you can summon Solomon now. But I mean, considering Solomon's story in the game, which I won't spoil, because I know there are people in chat who get triggered whenever I spoil story for them because of JP knowledge. Considering his story, I'm not really sure if they're ever gonna, you know, get to that point where, hey, by the way, guys, we're introducing Solomon as a summonable caster. That being said, a part of me does want them to put in Solomon, like a weaker version of Solomon, like hopefully not as game-breaking as Merlin. Part of me does want to see DW put him in the game, just so that I can run a Tituba and Solomon combo, because, you know, why not? Why not? Biblical references. We can just run an entire a whole Bible team of David, Tituba, and Solomon. a dad, son, and stepdaughter or a daughter-in-law combo. Put in Moses. Moses win. Moses win. I mean, hey, Parted Seas is already a craft distance in the game. It's a 3-star. Confirmed Moses will be put into the game. It would still be more game-breaking than Merlin. Yeah, I would imagine. Considering someone like him. Considering. NP4 Proto Merlin is a broken quick support. Hey, I mean, if a Proto Merlin comes out and breaks the makes the quick meta broken, just like the Buster meme meta like that Merlin has right now, I mean, I would be fine with it. Cause if everything's broken, everything's balanced. Can't be unbalanced if everything's broken. Proto Merlin is a saber face. I mean, I don't mind that. I kind of want an Artoria who's a caster, because if I'm not mistaken, that actually is possible. So Artoria can actually be summoned as a caster, though that's extremely rare. Or maybe that's just a fan theory. And if we want it, because if we just want a if a saber phase caster is where we're gonna stop at, I mean, we already have Nero, so it has to be a little bit more, you know, a little bit more than that. What isn't a saber face at this point? I mean, a lot of servants, obviously. We got an Artoria voice in every class except Caster or Berserker. MHX Alter is Artoria, so not Berserkers, because that's already filled. Caster is the only one we're missing, where Ayako hasn't voiced. Fan theory, Artoria hates magic because Merlin is Merlin. Congrats on getting Jack finally. Thanks, Days. Caster Nero works for Saberface? Yeah, that's what I just said earlier. Now my question is when we're gonna actually put Artoria herself into the game as a caster, not just a Saberface. FGO game theory, well. Lol. Too bad you said it first. Not if I ban you! Because if I ban you, I purge your messages, so that means you can't have, you can't claim you've ever said it before, right? Logic. Not if I ban you! Saber Mom, please win. What do you mean by Saber Mom? Do it, you'll clip it and post it to YouTube? What's that gonna do? Oh, Mom as a saber. Oh, right. Because she can be something as a saber. Is she gonna break the game like her Lancer form will? A broken 4-star saber? I mean, that would be nice. Mana Prism's shop just reset. Yeah, that's how I got my first Jack. They never made Miyu as a servant. My friends and I have been discussing the possibility of Miyu showing up as another Fate Collide collaboration servant. Because wasn't there a movie that came out after that event? So they still have that option, and then Miyu can show up, and then maybe Angelica. I mean, Type Moon's just been shafting Luvia for God knows how long, so maybe Luvia too. Because why the fuck not? Or Ilya rerun? I'm not sure if they're ever gonna do reruns. Like, collaboration events usually don't get reruns. Screw that noblewoman laugh. Oh, you're one of the people who get triggered off that? I don't mind it too much. I mean, it's not necessarily what I like either, but there are worse things that I personally get triggered by. Though those aren't too many. That and I happen to follow the Street Fighter scene, the Street Fighter competitive scene, pretty closely. And last season, the past 2 years that Street Fighter V has been out in the pro scene, Karen has been a very popular character, and quite a few pros used her. So every time she gets she lands her critical art, the entire stream has to listen to her go oh ho, 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 for like 5 seconds every single time. So that's fun. So I got used to it. Alright, see you later, DJ Max. Have a good night, dude. Have I played Unlimited Codes? No, never. I mean, no, scratch that, I have, but it was a very long time ago. I think I played it on my friend's, like, PSP or something, or whatever platform it was on. Like, I do know that I played it at one point, but I barely touched it. I know it exists, though. I've seen gameplay of it on, like, YouTube and stuff. So I know what it is. Who's my favorite SF5 player and character? Gotta be Tokido and Okuma. Yeah, I'd go with that too. I'd go with that too. Always love watching people land raging. And he's the only one who even tries it at the highest level of Street Fighter. So he got a demon over the weekend during Evo Japan. That was pretty good. But I gotta root for the homeboys, infiltration. And he even took Evo Japan the past weekend, so good shit. Gotta root for the my fellow countrymen. Kek. Morgan Le Fay gotta be cast. I mean, what else would she be? Better keep Jack's pants on. She has no pants. she doesn't have any pants. That's the problem. I would love to give her some pants. Not gonna lie. Every time I look at her Saint graph, I just feel chilly inside. I'm the type of guy who really prefers the heat over the cold. I can deal with heat because I've done 3 years of cross country and we've run in some really hot conditions before, so I got conditioned to learn how to deal with heat. Cold, on the other hand, though, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not a fan of cold, so I can't deal with. I can deal with cold if I'm forced to, but if I had a choice, I'd rather not. So that's why whenever I see Jack's Saint graph, I just feel a little bit chilly inside. That's the one area where Chinese censorship would come in handy. Kappa. Servants don't get cold. Yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean that I can't get cold just by looking at someone not wearing pants in the snow or in like the fog or the mist or wherever Jackson in her Saintcraft. User cloak sprite, then I'm not really too much of a fan of it either. Cause as much as I would rather see her wearing like pants or something, like at least like the bike shorts, right, or the spats, because I know people have a hard on over those. As much as I would prefer to see her in that, the knife greaves, the knife sheaths that she has in her third ascension, those are really cool. I really like those. Those are awesome. Cause it's like, you know how in like action movies, you know, in like Rambo movies and like movies of that nature, like, you know, where, you know, people go around fucking shooting things up and it's just a blast and you don't really have, you can just turn your brain off and just watch things explode on the screen. You know how people just wear like bandoliers of bullets? It kind of reminds me of that, except it's with knives. Don't really see a lot of characters, even in anime, where they go around with bandoliers of knives on their person, right? Like that, her belt of knives is what salvages her post first ascension form for me. So I'm willing to rock the third ascension just for that. If it weren't for the knife greaves or the knife sheaths, I would just stick to first ascension. Shisho is just the lingerie queen. I mean, she's basically only ever wearing a bodysuit. That's basically it. But you can say the same about all the other Irish heroes too. Well, at least like Ku and yeah, Ku and Shisho, that's it. Did Jack come to our whale friend? Yes. Yes, Dino, she did. Not just once, but twice. So, don't have to worry about her evading me anymore. No more borrowing Jack for Rider dailies. I mean, if I get her skills leveled high enough, I could probably rely on my own Jack, yes. But then again, I don't really need to farm Rider dailies anymore, unless it's for Dragon Fangs. Which at some point I might have to, but not now. Not now. Shisho doesn't even wear a bodysuit in lore, that's just body paint. In Irish, in real life, yeah, Irish warriors, like, historically didn't wear anything. They just wore body paint, that's it. The fact that they wear bodysuits in FGO is a reference to that. Because as much as we love sexualizing our waifus, it's a little bit overboard if people actually put in, like, nips into a game's CGs, right? We can't have that. It's not hentai as long as you don't show nips. As long as you don't show nipples. So is this Sudoku meme a joke you don't know about? Is really no. I actually know it's not Sudoku. So let me explain. It's a Twitch meme. It's a Twitch meme. It's an old Twitch meme, but it's a meme. Cause a few years this is like a popular meme back in the day. Like we're talking like a couple of years ago, kind of thing. So it's an older meme where people will go to other people's chats. And if something like embarrassing or something bad happens, people would spam commit Sudoku. I don't know how it started. I'm sure if you Google it and you try to look it up on Know Your Meme, I'm sure it'll explain like the origins. But yeah, it's a dumb Twitch meme. Good old dumb Twitch meme. started in Hearthstone. Is that how? Surprisingly, Hearthstone doesn't have too many like super popular memes that have leaked out of the Hearthstone scene. Surprisingly enough, other than get top decked. Top decked and wrecked. It's called seppuku. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm very much well aware of that. Thank you. There's no such thing as a dumb Twitch meme. I mean, I guess if you think every Twitch meme is dumb, then I guess none of them is dumb, right? What is harakiri? Oh boy, am I about to sound like a dumb idiot on stream? I believe harakiri is the name of the ritual that you have to go through in order to commit seppuku. Seppuku is the actual act of disemboweling yourself. Harakiri is the actual ritual that you need to go through in order to do that. Cause fucking Japan and their obsession over honor. Shame for display! You die with no honor! Thanks, Takeo. Not a baka gaijin lel. I mean, I have studied for half a year in Japan, and I've actually lived there, so I would like to think that I know a little bit more, but than you know your average weeaboo pleb, but not much, not by much though. Not by much. Before you cut your guts out, you have to carefully prepare. Yeah, I know, right? You have to carefully prepare. Oh, and if you're actually in a harakiri ritual, they have a guy standing behind you with another katana, just so that he can cut your head off to put you out of your misery faster. The ritual includes choosing somebody to cut your head off after you slit your stomach. It's either that or someone just is already standing behind you with a sword ready. Just to, like I said, put you out of your misery faster. But I guess if you're like a criminal or like a prisoner, like a very highly exalted or prestigious prisoner of war, they don't give a shit. Stop! You can only get some erect. Wow. No cowards allowed. Congratulations on pulling Jack. Got Jack as well when you summoned on Saturday. When you were looking for either John or Nero Bride. Oh, that's a random spook. But yeah, thanks. And congratulations you too. Alright, let me check my inventory to see how much further along that I can level my newly acquired Jack. Best daughter who came home? Yeah, finally, after 2 months. Been wondering where she'd run off to. Is this level 80 CC8? Yes. So that, and we'll try to bait a super suck. She's probably not going to give me one though. Yep. As I thought. Let's try to bait another one. Let's see, let's try going halfway. That's about halfway. Yep. Nope. Jack is like, she doesn't want to cooperate, man. Let's see here. She's probably gonna troll me. Nope. No super great or super successes. Like, seriously? Well, I guess I've been through worse. I've actually leveled like 2 whole servants without ever getting a super or a great suck. So that sucks, but whatever. Ayy. Yeah, there's the knife sheaths that I was talking about. Because I think the reason why I think they're so cool is because they kind of look like a cape. They kind of look like a cape. Like, you know how an example of the kind of cape that I'm talking about is if you look at Emiya Alter's second ascension form, you know how he gains, for those of you guys who know him, you know how he gains that little cape, like waist cape, like behind him? It kind of reminds me of that. I'm kind of a fan of that. Kind of. Which is why I really like the Street Fighter V Bison character design, because it kind of has that too. So the knife sheaths on Jack around behind Jack's waist kind of reminds me of like a waist cape. That's pretty cool, in my opinion. How many more we got here? Look at all these Berserker cards. Detroit Emiya. I can't believe they actually had the balls to call him Detroit Emiya. God, how many? I wonder if they're actually gonna keep the same thing, the same translation, for the NA side of things when we get our own CCC event. I really wonder. I'm gonna laugh if they actually stay faithful to the Detroit Emiya thing. I'm gonna laugh. So many people are gonna get so triggered off that. It's gonna be amazing. Kind of like Matthew's third art. If she has like a little waist cape thing, yeah. And the best part about that little waist cape thing is that I like it on both genders. Like, I like it. It looks good on anyone, in my opinion. You have to try really hard to like fuck it up in some way. Oh, now that we've gotten her to third ascension, now we can level her skills, I believe. Where's Jack? There she is. Detroit Emiya, that's a real thing. Spoilers! Spoilers! But yes, that's actually a real thing. Go consult the CCC collaboration event if you want to know what I'm talking about. But Detroit Emiya is actually a thing, yes. Let's see. Got the bones. Alright, this is the part where she's starting to need hearts. Do I have enough hearts for this? Let's see. Jack needs 33 hearts, so actually I can get her to level 8. So yeah, I'm gonna get her to level 8 right away. There we go. And the talents and the rest of the hearts I'll wait on. Wait off on that. They legit call him that in some fights. Wild Rose, if you don't mind me spoiling a little bit of the CCC event collaboration to explain how Demia's nickname came to be, I'll do it. But I'll only do it if I get your permission. Only if I get your permission. If you don't want me to spoil it, then I won't spill the beans. You don't mind? Alright, so I don't know like the entire details myself either, but at some point during the CC event, you run into Tamomo Cat, not Tamomo Caster, but Tamomo Cat. You run into her, and then she follows you around in your little party, running around trying to resolve whatever the hell's going on in Seraph or wherever they're at. And when they meet Demiya or Emiya Alter for the first time, Tama Cat remarks that because they recognize him as like the evil version of Emiya, that she basically calls him Detroit Emiya because he has black skin. I'm not kidding you. She calls him Detroit Emiya because he's black, or he looks black. Like, That's why I'm saying that's gonna trigger so many people on the NA side. It's gonna trigger so many people, so that's why I'm genuinely curious to see if they keep that translation. Tomcat is racist confirmed. Oh god. Yeah, that's okay in Japan because they can make American race jokes and no one gives a shit. Until you port the game to America, then we've got a problem. Then we got a problem. That's just a small problem, you know? Just a small problem. Just a small problem. Do you think they'll censor it? I mean, I believe we have confirmation that, Aniplex USA doesn't, intend to censor anything. But no one said, they didn't say they were going to change translation, because technically that's not censoring. I don't think, anyway. So, you know. They could change the translation. I mean, they're already going ham, intentionally changing the translation on like skill names and shit. So there's nothing that says that they can't change that, which I would understand in that case because you know they don't want people to get triggered that a weeaboo anime game is being racist towards black people or something. But you know, they could do it. Yeah, they already changed translation in terms of skills and shit. Yeah, exactly. I said it just as I said, you sent the message, yeah. We think alike. We think alike. Seeing Street Fighter, there are racist, stereotypical depictions of characters all the time. I mean, I guess, but the thing is with Street Fighter is that that's always how it's been. It's got a history of depicting like stereotypical characters. Like it's been around for 30 years. So at this point, everything's par for the course. It's Street Fighter. It's got 30 years of history behind it. But that being said, you're definitely not wrong, cause 30 years ago, the Japanese vision or view, like the popular Japanese view of an American man was that he was a military guy, super muscular and super buff, and had weird blonde hair. Fast forward 25 years or so when Street Fighter 4 came out, and their vision of an American male has evolved into a fat guy walking around with a bucket of fried chicken. So, yeah, that's Street Fighter. Rufus, yes, exactly. Want Japanese racism? Play the original Punch-Out. Oh yeah, I saw them running. I see them running Punch-Out every GDQ or very often in the GDQs. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. I mean, fuck. Balrog. So, in case you guys are not familiar with Street Fighter, there are 3 characters in the Street Fighter franchise. Who are all part of the same evil corporation, like the bad guys, and they're part of the same like evil organization that wants to take over the world. It's called Shadowloo. And the 3 characters I'm talking about are M. Bison, Balrog, and Vega. So originally in Japan, and it's still this way to this day, in Japan, the boxer character is a big muscular black guy who's a professional boxer, but then his backstory is that he cheats a lot in order to win. Like he does like illegal stuff in boxing, like he uses his feet to like stomp on people's feet, and then so that they can't run away when he's punching them and shit like that. So he's basically not a very good guy, and all he cares about is money. and his name was N Bison, and it still is in Japan because they basically ripped off Mike Tyson, and they just changed the first syllable, this first letter of his name, and called him M Bison. So when they took Street Fighter over to America, Capcom USA was like, well, shit, we're probably gonna get sued by Mike Tyson if he ever gets wind of this. So their solution was to switch around the names in like a merry-go-round fashion. So now basically, M Bison in Japan is now Balrog in America. Cause, fucking Capcom shenanigans. Lol. Racism! Racism as far as the eye can see! BB is best Sakura face, though. If Passion Lip didn't have such huge tits, I would be more of a fan of her. I really don't like Melt, or either her or BB. I really don't. I prefer Passion Lip. I would like if her chest size wasn't as big, though. But that's just part of her characters, I guess. Wise of them, yeah. To avoid getting sued by Mike Tyson. Lol. Isn't that Lancer a Sakura face? I mean, she uses Sakura as a vessel. So, she's not just a Sakura face. She is Sakura, technically. Mel likes Emiya, she's cuckbait, oh god. Oh dear god. If I ever played CCC, you might like the soccer faces a lot less. Oh, I have an idea. I've read up on all the characters in this game, even on the JP side, to at least some degree. So I'm aware of a little bit of like if they're like characters that were ported in over from other games like CCC or whatever. I kind of know a little bit of the backstory. So yeah. If I know CCC to like its full extent, then I wouldn't doubt that. But spent 3 tickets, got best daughter. I spent 2. Haha. Parvati should have been Sakura faced since she was using Sakura's body, but the artist who did already got screwed up. I wouldn't say he screwed up. It's just the art style is it just clashes way too hard. It clashes too hard. It would have been for the best if Takeuchi did Parvati's art. Then I guarantee you, not as many people would have been triggered. If Takeuchi did Parvati's art, no one would, not nearly as many people would have been. It would have been tilted off the face of the earth. Personally, I don't think it's the artist's fault. Because it's not just him. A lot of artists have this problem where every single character they draw kind of looks the same. A lot of artists have that problem, unfortunately. It's not really their fault, it's just their style. And it's kind of, once you get used to a style, it's really hard to break out of it. I'm aware that there's a lot of artists out there who practice like drawing in other styles. True, to be fair, but that's not everybody. What they should have done was get Takeuchi to draw Parvati's art. That would have been for the best. And honestly, considering that Parvati is supposed to be using Sakura as a vessel, why they didn't use him for that art is just beyond me. Maybe because they thought that Ishtar's art wasn't that bad. Maybe that's why. But they should have taken the devs should have taken a look at Boudica's art style, and they should have recognized from the get-go that this ain't gonna fly. They should have done some editing work on that. Like, sure, you can blame the artist all you want, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to, they're not intending to fuck up everyone's favorite character. That's not what they're trying to do. So that's why I'm not willing to put the blame on him or her. Rather, I would rather put the blame on, like, either the editors who decided that his art was gonna pass as, like, official card art for the game, or, like, the people who were in charge of the game itself, and why they didn't just tell Takeuchi come in and do it. Like, he's done art for, like, some of the more major characters in the game. You can't get him to, do one more character's art? Like, are you kidding me? Like, maybe that might take some, you know... I'm sure Takeuchi is a busy guy. But seriously, you can't have him do one more set of, art for another character? And personally, I don't care that, Parvati looks that way. I don't have a problem with, Boudica's artist's, art style. I don't mind. In fact, I kinda like it. But, While I can understand that people got hyper triggered that their beloved Sakura didn't come out looking the way they thought she would, while I can understand that, to threaten the artist to the point where they had to deactivate their Twitter account, like, no thanks, dude, no thanks. People need to chill. And honestly, I'd go so far as to say fuck those people. Because people don't meet your expectations, you feel like you're entitled to go out and threaten someone who's just trying to make a living? Fuck you. I mean, I guess people get triggered over the most, you know, random and fucking stupid things, but I guess art is serious business. Whatever. People love Sakura because of Heaven's Feel. I mean, I'm aware of that. So if the devs should have been aware of that too. So they should just gotten Takeuchi and to do Parvati's art. I mean, obviously we can just sit here and talk about what they should have done, because hindsight is 2020, and obviously, like, no one is fully accountable for this. But you would think that for a game that's as popular as this is, the devs would have actually taken the time to think this shit through, but I guess not. Unpopular opinion, Sakura's character is trash, and you don't mean she's a slut, people all the time, Yandere's never good. I wouldn't say I'm the same way. I don't think her character design is trash, I just don't. I'm neutral on her. Like, I'm okay with her, but she's not someone I go crazy over. Even if she were someone I I really liked, I don't know. I'm not too sure how I feel about going to the Twitter account of someone who drew her and then threatening them because they didn't draw her the way I wanted her to look like. Like, I'm good, dude. But whatever, that's in the past. Hopefully people have calmed down about that a little bit. It's just that people need to chill over going yandere for their waifus. Let's just put it that way. Sakura looks like trash when compared to Ishtar Rin. Well, that's just your opinion. You say that as if it's like concrete fact, which it's not, clearly. You just don't prefer her art design, because it clashes too much with what your expectations were of her. So fucking deal with it, bro. Is what I'm gonna say. Fucking hold that L. Am I finished rolling? Yeah, I'm done rolling for tonight. Got what I wanted and then some. Everyone is trash compared to Ashar. And that's fact. Okay, dude. Okay. I can't take you serious. I can't take you serious. Rinfags, get out! I can't take you serious. You feel like Parvati was just a cash grab? I mean, honestly, if they didn't get Takeuchi to do her art, then yeah, I'd be inclined to agree to a certain extent. I would actually be inclined to agree. Because, for every 5 rails they released, they needed to make a new SSR face. Taking bets on who the next Rin face is gonna be? Ereshkigal was understandable because when they introduced her as a servant, like, people immediately fell in love with her, and then, you know, it was just a matter of time before she actually came out as a playable servant. So Ereshkigal I can understand because there was popular pressure for her. Ishtar though, that's what started it all, right? So Summer Okta when oh god, I don't know if my lower body can handle that. Summer Okta, please, thank you. We've already had 2 years of female summer servants. Let's give the guys some love, yeah. 4-star shirtless Ku Wen. Make him even more broken than his 3-star variant. Make him even more broken than his 3-star. 4-star shirtless surfer Ku Wen. Surfs on gay bulge. Males don't exist. Apparently not during the summer, no. Herc Summer? We already have him! It's called the 2nd anniversary Craft Essence. We already know what Herc looks like in a summer outfit. They just need to put him as an actual servant. You need a Rin in every slot on your support list, because if people can have 9 Saber faces, you can have 9 Rin faces. Classic. Let me stop you right there. We can never have enough summer girls. Stop right there, criminal scum! I mean, I don't disagree with that statement, it's just, you know, how about we have the best of both worlds, right? We have a summer gacha where we have both summer males and summer females. Best of both worlds. Jean's swimsuit doesn't exist. Why? What would she even be summoned as? A Lancer? Because I mean, DW could probably do some horseshit explanations and be like, well, she uses a battle standard, and that's kind of like a spear, so Lancer class? Lol. I mean, that's the same. That's more or less the explanation that they gave to make Medusa Lily a Lancer, right? Like, what's the weapon she's using? A fucking scythe? Like, oh, that's technically a lance because it's a long stick with a blade on the end of it. Yeah, sure, we'll throw her into Lancer class. Sure, why not? She could be a caster. The fuck, Jean as a caster? But why though? I mean, I wouldn't mind, but what's the does she have qualifications? She qualifies as both a ruler and a saber. I mean, I guess a saber, but I haven't watched APOC, mind you, so I don't know everyone's character backgrounds as much as I should. But if I'm not mistaken, if John uses La Pucelle, or I'm never gonna say that again because I know I butchered it. If she uses her sword, that's like her sword is basically her second NP that basically kills her when she uses it. So I'm not too sure how much of a saber she's gonna be if she has to use a sword that's gonna kill her after she uses it. Her sword is just for that NP. Well, in that case. In that case, then yeah, I guess she's a saver. Semiramis came out of nowhere? Not really. People were hyping her up. People were it was to the point where Semiramis was almost starting to become a meme about how DW was delaying her to bait everyone. But I guess they already did with the Jalta rerun. Semiramis didn't come out of nowhere. People were hyping her up. Ever since the end of APOC. So we knew she was probably, most likely going to be on her way. It was just when. A question of when. How do you pronounce it? Like, La Poussée? Are the L's silent? La Poussée? Because it's French, so basically as a dirty American who can't pronounce French words properly, all I know is you don't pronounce the second half of the word ever. And I know I'm generalizing French to a ridiculous degree, and all the French speakers in my chat are now triggered. Hyper-triggered. Jalter banner was bait. I mean, it was if you already had Jalter, right? Berserker arc? Red arc would be a Berserker, yes. I'm not sure about regular arc, though. Lead triggered. You're French and you can confirm, but it's okay. You speak English like shit. I mean, you speak English. You know, you still speak English on a conversational level, and that's already very good. So. Like, at least you can understand English enough to the point where you can come to like an English-speaking stream and still understand basically everything that I'm saying. Tell me to go to a French-speaking stream and I won't know what the fuck's going on. Because I don't know French. Sometimes I wish I did. Sometimes. Archetype Earth might be an Avenger. Why an Avenger? Oh, is it because she has like a grudge against somebody? I don't know. Her Archetype Earth is kind of weird to be an Avenger. Like, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. But I mean, maybe. Hokusai was bait for Jalter. So here's my theory on Hokusai. So you guys know how in JP, because y'all get your dicks hard over JP apparently. You know how over in JP they released Abigail for as the game's first foreigner servant as part of the Salem Singularity. So my theory on why Hokusai even exists right now as our second foreigner is that if you pay attention closely to Abby's character design, she's a small Caucasian lolly, and they call her a foreigner. And this is a Japanese mobile game. Yeah. Not exactly subtle now, is that? Yo, hey, I imagine we're sitting at DW's having another board meeting or whatever, and they're sitting around their conference table, and they're like, okay, so what kind of what's the next servant we could have to put into the game? And someone raises their hand, just like, let's make a lolly bait servant to bait the lolicons into the game, because that's what every proper Japanese mobile game does these days. Well, again, that's another generalization. But we haven't had a lolly character in some time. Let's put in another lolly into the game. Speaking of lollies, I'm still having a Jacob on screen. And they're like, so we'll make a lolly character. And we're like, okay, fine. We haven't done a lolly character in a little while, so let's do that. What's gonna be your class? Let's take into consideration what kind of singularity this is. Oh, this is a Lovecraftian, thing, right? A Lovecraftian fucking Singularity, where we're dealing with Lovecraftian gods and tentacles and all that shit, right? Lollies and tentacles. What could perfect combo? Combo made in pairing made in heaven. What could go wrong? Oh, so okay, we'll make a lolly servant who's actually the vessel of a Lovecraftian god, because reasons. So they're like, okay, we'll finalize our designs. We've got a Lovecraftian god in the form of a white Caucasian lolly. So what should be your class? Because obviously we don't have any classes in the game right now. With you know, that's quite like this. Like, who should be like, what class does you classify as? Like, nothing really, right? So they're like, let's just make a new one, because you know, obviously. There's no class that really describes Abigail. So, and then they're like, so if we're gonna make a new class, what should her class be? And then someone raises their hand at the conference table, like, let's call her a foreigner. Yeah, sometimes people don't think things through, and I don't blame them, because, you know, Japanese people, and they sometimes do some really weird things, like they always do, so I guess it's not really a surprise. But couldn't someone have just also raised their hand and kind of pointed out that, if you call a white lolly a foreigner, like, someone's gonna raise a couple of eyebrows at that? You already know that a lot of people are outside of the country, like outside of Japan more specifically, is playing this game. Like, you know that. Like, if they don't, that's just sheer ignorance on their part. So you should already be aware that a lot of people are playing your game outside of Japan, right? Like, you know, maybe lots of white people? And then you call her a foreigner. Okay. Okay. Sure. I mean, I guess if you make fucking, what? Tens of thousands of dollars a day on, okay. Ignore that I even said that. Tens of thousands of dollars a day on a mobile game. I guess you don't really need to give a shit, but I don't know. That could have been a, yeah. They could have thought things through a little bit more. At least, Detroit Emiya isn't a foreigner. I mean, by that point, it wouldn't really make much sense. I mean, I guess it still does, but the correlation is much more apparent when you call a white, if you're a Japanese person, or just like any like ethnic Asian person, and you call a white person a foreigner. It's a lot more apparent there, in my opinion, just from my experience as being, you know, an ethnic Asian. And me knowing how Asian people treat anyone who's not Asian, because lol, that's fun. So in any case, that was a huge tangent that leads me to the point that I wanted to make about Hokusai, was that no one saw Hokusai coming. Like, I don't know how many of you guys were watching the New Year's live stream that they did on the 31st of December, when what is it? They live streamed the trailer for Lost Belt, and after that stream ended, they released the New Year's Gacha information, and then boom, Hokusai. No one knew that Hokusai was coming. No one could have seen it. It was just just a random fucking foreigner servant out of nowhere because boom, foreigner servant. And my theory is that DW realized their mistake about Abigail and the implications that they were making about her being a foreigner, like a foreigner servant, and they're like, shit, we gotta do damage control. Like, this isn't good. We can't just take her out of the game now because we already put her through, and everyone, you know, if we take her out of the game, we're kind of screwing the people who got her. Not that DW would really care, but you know, now that she's already in the game, we can't take her out, right? So what their next best solution was to put in another foreigner servant who's Japanese, so that, you know, if people by that point, now that Hokusai's in the game, if people try to criticize them for making the decision to make a white lolly character and make her a foreigner class, they're gonna be like, oh no, but wait, we've got Hokusai, and it's complicated, is also a foreigner servant, and she's Japanese. Then they can't talk shit. Star rating makes no sense. Yeah, who the hell cares about star rating now? In terms of lore, that is. I'm sure people still care for stats. But lore? Fuck it. Fuck it. Where are all my my K-Scope Lancelots at? There she is. Fuck it. Did we commit Sudoku yet? No, I didn't. Didn't need to. Didn't need to. Why is Gi not a foreigner? Well, the qualifications to be a foreigner is that you need to have been exposed to like an otherworldly eldritch god or whatever. Like you can't just like control tentacles and be like, oh, I'm a foreigner now. Apparently, according to FGO lore, that's not exactly how it works. What do I think about welfare, Shiki? Probably one of the better welfares. Maybe. Her art skein is supposedly insanely good. Or if not insanely good, it's at least very good. So, there's that. And like Razor says, she's even one of the better assassins, even over on the JP side, and she's welfare, so, which is good, honestly. Good welfare servants really go a long way to making this game appealing to you know, free-to-plays, because it gives them a reason to play the events, because they know that the welfare servants they're going to get are really good. So I don't mind strong welfares, because everyone's going to get them for free anyway. So a free 4-star servant that's actually pretty damn good and solid, sign me up. Crew has 6 hits on her arts card, though. Yeah, she has crazy NP game. Then where is the foreigner in the Holy Grail War? I mean, the FGO Grail Wars aren't necessarily like normal. This is an abnormal as fuck Grail War. In a normal one, I guess foreigners aren't even like qualified to be summoned, because you're basically foreigning like eldritch gods. But I don't know. I'm not too I'm not too familiar with FGO lore. Maybe you can summon a foreigner servant, but I'm sure they'll probably find a bullshit explanation for that too. If it weren't for welfare for servants, you wouldn't have a decent writer. Yeah, Santa. There aren't very many writers in the game that can buff their buster cards by 50% if you max it out. Aren't too many of those. You excited for the other welfares? Oh yeah, definitely. Even if I'm a whale and I have all these other like 5-star servants that I can't hold them all. I can't hold all these 5 stars. But even that, if that's the case, I'm still looking forward to the welfares. Only if you're cheating, which happens all the damn goddamn time anyways. True that. True that. Following rules in the Holy Grail War? No. Who the actual fuck follows rules in my anime? Rules are only there so that they can be broken, just so that you can show how much of a badass a particular character is. Because they're going against the rules. Oh my god, they're so cool. Time to get a hard on over them, jerk off to them, and like fucking dojins and stuff. Man. Oh my god. Living up to your name. What did that guy say? Let me see. Oh, you start on both NA and JP, so you missed all those good welfares to regret. The good news, well, I mean, you did. If you just started now, you did technically miss out on Saber Lily, but Saber Lily isn't that great. Like, she's probably the worst 4-star, like, let alone welfare. So, you didn't really miss much. But if you're if you're the kind of guy who likes having all the welfares as a free to play, then you did miss out, because Saber Wars just passed like a couple weeks ago, so you did miss out on that. And Saber Wars hasn't gotten a rerun since then. So if you missed out on that, I don't know if you can ever get another Saber Lily. Maybe you can. I'm not sure, but as far as I'm aware, you can't. So you did miss out on that. But the other events like Guda Guda, Halloween, and Christmas, those all get reruns. So at some point you can actually, if you keep playing, and if you wait for those events to come back, they'll have reruns. So you don't have to worry about those welfares, because eventually you can get them for yourself. The game gives you a second chance. But if you care about Saber Lily, then I would tell you not to. Unless you just like her as a servant, if you just like her character design, then, well, I can't really stop you on, I can't really change your mind on that. But, just as a servant, she's bad. There's not really, much dance. I don't really want to beat around the bush on that. She's just bad. K&K doesn't get a rerun. Yeah, she doesn't get K&K doesn't get a rerun either, because they're collaborations. All the collab events don't get reruns. So if you miss out, rip. Fucking rip. Voice of Saint Court spoke about them, so you didn't think about you don't think of problems licensing. I checked with my IRL friend. Like, I keep saying this like twice or 3 times every stream, but the guy who got me, my friend who got me into FGO, who is a huge Type Moon slave, he's told me that Aniplex has the rights to the American releases of K&K. So if that's the case, then there shouldn't be any problems of them releasing K&K. Like, the fears that people have about that shit I don't think are I think they're just being nervous, personally. As long as Aniplex has the rights to everything, there shouldn't be a problem. Like, maybe the CCC event, because CCC doesn't have an English translation, or not an official one anyway, so maybe I could see that being a problem. But at the same time, since there's only one Moon Cancer in the game, Moon Cancer servant in the game, even on the JP side, it's not like it's like, what are they gonna do if they don't run that event because, oh, Aniplex doesn't have the licensing rights to that? Just not give it to us? No, that's, I wouldn't think they'd go that far. I mean, it says Type Moon in the title. You think Extra and CCC could get a re-release? I mean, if they get a re-release, then that basically solidifies the chance that we'll get the CCC event does get a collab here on the name. Just gotta get Jack. Yeah, I got a Jack. NP2 even. So EX luck today. Thankfully. Now since he won last Encore to get people into the game, I can buy that. I can buy that argument because the DW intends for FGO to, or from what I've read anyway, DW wants to market FGO and like Type Moon, I guess, too, because they're probably the ones pushing it. They want to push FGO to other like, you know, regions around the world, like especially the Western audiences and markets, because they want like as many people to get exposed to the Type Moon franchises, right? They want them to become aware of Type Moon's IPs, and then maybe get a lot more people into following their other works and buying their merchandise and whatever like that. And they even said that they were planning to run FGO even on a loss, like on a revenue loss, just for the exposure, So that's if Nasu says that he wants Last Encore to get people into Extra, I buy that, because that's in line with DW's statement that they're trying to put FGO into the Western audiences just to get people aware of Type Moon and what, you know, their shit. So makes sense. Makes no sense to me. So Type Moon wants to rule the world. Gotcha. I wouldn't mind if Type Moon ruled the world. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'm a guy who's already throwing thousands of dollars at a fucking mobile game that they technically produced, quote unquote. So, I mean, obviously. Watched the K&K movie already? I actually watched, I think, 2 of them. But I watched them back in high school. I wouldn't mind watching them again. It's just that I would have to figure out where I would want to watch them. All hail Emperor Nasu. Lol. Type Moon is a bunch of geniuses. Well, I wouldn't even say they're geniuses. It's just a marketing effort. Just a marketing effort. And with how much money FGO is already making in their home theater of Japan, they can definitely run the FGO servers in like NA or maybe even EU. Hell, if they decide to push that through, if they ever do. Like, they can definitely run these servers on a profit loss. They don't care. They can do that. But I don't think they're losing money on this game. I don't think they are. So, I don't think they need to worry about that. How did Fate Collide make it legally? I have no idea. I haven't watched the anime though. I haven't watched it though. I always say I'm gonna watch Fate Zero and all these other Type Moon animes, but I never do. So I'm not even gonna say I plan to watch it, because I'll probably just be lying again. Fate person is banned in Russia. The Russians Putin got triggered. No! Bad Japan! You can't loot our Russian lollies! Remember, Ziss and Rexland will always be supporting the game. Oh yeah, there's plenty of whales that we don't know of out there who are gonna throw money at the game. Like, just because you see people like me online who publicly announce our whaleness, doesn't mean there aren't a lot more. Like the submerged whales who don't surface to be seen. Lol. Definitely rolling in money. Japan version made over 1 billion last year. Wouldn't surprise me. Mobile games are fucking the creme de la creme, or whatever that expression is. It's a cash cow. You're not a whale, by the way. Russia is full of men. Japan is full of pro gamers and otakus. Expose the closet whales. They cannot be exposed. The only time you'll ever see them surface from the deep seas, the deep blue seas, is when you see one on your support list when you scroll down to the very bottom and see the people down there that the game suggests to you that aren't your friends. That's the only way. Like these people down here. They're few and far between. Ilya is German, by the way. Yeah, that's true. She's not Russian. She's like German. Yeah, Einsburn is not a Russian name. Einsburn is definitely not a Russian name. Who's the biggest whale in the US FGO community? LJ, probably. The ones that we know, anyway. Here, after this run, I'll show you LJ support because I haven't shown it off in a long time. I hope he doesn't get mad at me at the fact that I show people his support every so often on stream. I really hope he doesn't get mad at me. If he doesn't want me to do it, I'll never do it. I don't want to be that guy. But I'll show you what the Grandmaster Whale. I'll show you what his support looks like right after this, because it's been a while. Rejoice or not over the fact that anime isn't real. Memes aren't real, but they trigger people too. So. He needs to add you. Just Razor, just go into NA Farmville and try and add him. You never know. LJ is willing to add people if he thinks that their servants are good enough, but your servants aren't, cause you don't farm. All your servant skill levels are at fucking 4. All right, so here is where is LJ? Does he have the best? No, he doesn't. Where's LJ? He's probably got Neurobride at max level. Razor's Neurobride is technically stronger than or is higher up on the list than LJ's, but I have it up by level, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is LJ's support list. So already you can see 5 of a particular craft essence that should immediately scream to you that this guy wails harder than anyone else in existence. Now you're good. I gotta save for Ascensions. Should you grail Lancelot? If you want him to become the ultimate farming machine, then yeah, maybe. Then yeah, maybe. What servants did he grail? I don't think he's grailed anyone. I believe he's waiting for Raiko? For Mom? But, that could just be me. That could just be hearsay. I get the I've never seen him explicitly say that he's gonna, he's gonna grail, Mom. But I think he will. I think. Yeah, Arjuna is like the only one he hasn't, leveled skills for. That Arjuna is a disgusting instance. You guys are mean, dude. You guys are mean. But they are all MP5. Too bad we don't have the update that shows MP level right off the bat. But yeah, Kintoki's MP5. Jack's MP5. You can't appreciate LJ's list until you realize he has everything MP5. Yeah, in the middle of showing them. Waver's MP5, obviously. Drake is MP5. Oh, hey, look! Hey, what MP level is Shisho? 5. 5 for Gil. Hey, Neurobride, what MP level is she at? Taking guesses. 5. Even Arjuna! 5. How many super scopes does he have? Let's see. Oh, there's one super scope. I don't think that's a super scope, so that's just a level 20. Oh, hey, there's a second super scope. That's not a super scope either. Oh, there's 3 super scopes. So he has 3 super scopes, NP5 everything. Welcome to the deep blue sea. Here's your ticket for the next whale watching session. It's in 30 minutes. Have some popcorn while you wait. Star in the corner shows Limit Broken. They're all Limit Broken K scopes. Yeah, I'm aware. I wanted to see if they were level 100 Limit Broken K scopes. Like, I don't care about the fact that they're Limit Broken. Like, I have 3 of them myself, so Limit Broken K scopes aren't like amazing. What's amazing is if he has them all at level 100. That's what we call the super scope, a level 100 Limit Broken K scope. Which is kind of redundant because you can only limit break a 5-star craft doesn't get to level 100 in the first place. That's what I'm talking about. The legendary super scope. Update your support list. Check it out. Nah. You have I know you have most things, if not everything NP5. It's just your skill levels below dick. So. But that's your choice, so I'm not gonna knock you too hard on it. I already know what it looks like, dude. Every 5-star character servant in the game, NP5, but all skill level 4. Frank's waifu level is way too high, while she's literally wearing a wedding dress, so... So there is that. It's funny how 10-10-10 doesn't mean whale, but people talk about it like it is. Well, at this point in the game, yes. If you have 10-10-10 skills in anyone, you're probably a whale. You probably are. At this point, so early into the game, yeah, you're probably a whale. Like, let's be honest. Eventually, again, you can get all the materials to level a servant's skills to 10-10-10 as a free-to-play, but that's not so soon. You would have to be extraordinarily lucky with your drops that in order to get any servant's levels up to 10-10, if it's not like a free-to-play servant, right? Even for free-to-play servants, it's still it's still a challenge to get their skills to max rank. Unless you're talking about Matthew, in which case, well, hers are doable. Hers are doable as a free-to-play. But as long as you're not talking about Matthew. Because Matthew's skill levels are fucking easy. They're just 15 of everything. Free-to-plays can easily max rank, max skill Matthew easily, though. Well, yeah, but again, that's because all of her skill levels require only 5 of everything. Whereas, say for example, I'm just gonna use Jack as an example, even though that's probably not a fair comparison because I know Jack's skill materials right off the top of my head. Jack, on the other hand, you need 33 hearts and 45 talons to get her levels to max rank, or at least in level 9. So, how in the hell a free-to-play is gonna get that many? You tell me. Like, barring, like, EX fucking luck for the past 6 months. Samurama's twin tails are pure pain. Personally, I don't know. Like, I don't mind twin tails. And I do like the fact that she does change hairstyles in between Ascension levels, but her twin tails are just weird. Like, I look at them, I'm just like, why? Like, I'm not trying to be a hater, it's just, you know, I've seen better twin tails. I've seen better. Have I done the strengthening of Spartacus yet? No, not yet. I just want to grind out XP cards for Jack. I'm gonna get off stream. I'll probably do Spartacus's strengthening quest like on just natural AP. I want to say like what little quartz I have after finishing out Jack's levels, XP levels for Saber Shiki, cause yeah. Trying to be smart with my quartz, which obviously as a whale I'm not. But if I can penny pinch here or there, at least they go a long way, hopefully. Those aren't twin tails, those are body bags behind her. Ah, I see, that makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense. Saber Wars gave us all the mats we need, not for me. It gave me a lot, yes, to be fair, but not enough. But that's why we have the Jalter event. Haha! Now that's an event that's gonna give us everything we need. Assuming we grind it hard enough. Now we're talking. Now you give me a great suck. God damn it! And I think I farmed a little bit too hard. Because now I've got all these materials, or these XP cards, and I have no one to use them on. Rip. Maybe I farmed a little bit too hard on this. Nah, I guess on the bright side, I guess this means I can just save these extra gold XP cards for another servant in the future. I'll use all the silvers just because. Oh, hey, look, and of course, a super suck. God damn it, Jack. God fucking damn it. Alright. Well, anyways, that'll end the stream, guys. Now I have... I'm gonna make a video about this later, like maybe right after I get off stream, but yeah, so now that I have Jack, every single server in the game. I made it, Razor! Be proud of me, Razor! I've joined the Canon Club! Finally, after 2 months. I joined the Canon Club. But yeah, I have every single server in the game now. Max leveled, every single server in the game. We're gonna work on skills next, but I'm not gonna go too hard on it until the game gets to a point where farming for mats becomes a lot easier. Kind of like Razor, except not as lazy as him. But yeah, that's it. That's it for this stream. I probably won't stream again until Void Cheeky comes out, or K&K, or whichever the next event is that we're gonna get after next week's worth of bait banners. So we'll see what happens. But Yorokobe Shonen, thanks Razor, thanks. I can feel your magnanimous support. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Again, I'll probably won't stream again until whatever our next event is, and whatever it is, you'll definitely see me going full whale mode for that shit again. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good night, guys. And I'll see you guys later. Now I can actually finally get to work on that VOD highlight from last week's rolls for Nero Bride 2. So I'll work on that, and that should come out like either tonight or tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys, and take care. Have a good night.